Hi, I'm Joe Navarro, and when it comes to poker, one thing is perfectly clear to me and to every other expert, and that is that poker is about observation. Now, one of the things that we definitely know is that we can all improve our ability to observe and to decode human behavior. Now, you've heard about nonverbal communications, body language, and tells. It's really all the same thing. So I'm going to use these terms interchangeably here, but we're really talking about tells. What is it that we're observing that the body is communicating that we can use to tell us what the person is thinking, feeling, or intending? Now, when it comes to observation, we have to be very careful how we observe. And by that I mean, you can't intrusively observe. If you stare at someone, if you look directly at them, that sometimes affects how the observation, how their behavior is going to turn out. So one of the things that we're going to focus on is how to observe carefully so that we don't intrude onto other people, so that we don't challenge them while we're staring and while we're observing. Your success really is going to be measured by your ability to observe. And those observations have to be made in context. Just as in an airport you expect to see people who are stressed, well, there's going to be times at the poker table when someone may be stressed, for instance, after they've received a phone call, or they've done something that they don't feel very good about. Observation coupled with context makes for a better observer. Now, the other thing that we can capitalize on is the ineptness of other players who haven't taken part in this instruction on their poor ability to observe. And we know that most players haven't been taught how to observe, don't know what to look for, or are very limited in the things that they look for. For instance, they may only look at the face. The other thing we want to think about is the reliability of your observations. If you have to think about what you saw, it may be too late. We want to build the ability to look at a behavior. For instance, you see lip pursing. The person goes like this. And not have to think, did I just see that? What does it mean? What happened just before? So we want to incorporate observation with context of what's happening at the table, and then we want to build in some sort of reliability so that we're not questioning ourselves, because that's going to hurt you as a poker player. And the other thing we find with, especially with poker players, is this: that the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So a lot of the tells that we see, for instance, when people get together and a table is first formed, those behaviors we're going to see later on. And we can capitalize on these things because we don't have house behaviors or house tells. We don't have business tells, and then we have poker tells. Most of the tells, except for the ones that deal with the cards or the chips, most of the tells that you'll see at the poker table, you'll see outside the poker room.